What toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? In my family, daughters were treated like property, groomed to marry our father's business partners, expected to provide heirs, and forbidden to have careers. For generations, every woman was sold off before 20, and every woman lived in a gilded cage. My grandmother would whisper, "A woman's value is in her womb, not her brain," while staring out windows like a prisoner. At family dinners, I watched my mother and aunts sit silently while their husbands discussed which of us girls would be ripe soon. We were never allowed to speak unless spoken to. After meals, the men would smoke cigars in the study, negotiating our futures like livestock trades. The women would retreat to the sunroom, comparing diamond bracelets that might as well have been handcuffs. When I turned 18, my father announced my engagement to Victor. He was 42, owned half the real estate in our county, and had gone through 3 wives already. During our first dinner together, he grabbed my hands under the table and whispered what he'd do to me on our wedding night. My father pretended not to notice, too busy calculating what Victor's investment would do for the family business. That night, my mother slipped into my room with a small wooden box. Inside was a key and a bank statement. "I've been saving for you in secret," she said, her voice trembling. "Don't end up like me." Her wrists still bore bruises from when Victor's friend, her husband, had dragged her upstairs last Christmas. I waited until 2 a.m., then grabbed my emergency bag. I'd been planning this since I was 15, when my cousin Eliza was married off and returned for Christmas with hollow eyes and a broken spirit. As I crept down the back stairs, my 16-year-old sister Lily appeared from the shadows. "Please take me with you," she begged. Dad told Victor he could have me too once I turn 18. My heart stopped. 2 runaways would be twice the risk, but I remembered how Victor had stroked Lily's hair at dinner, calling her the bonus package. We left through the garden gate. I had $7,200 from years of stealing from my father's wallet and selling the jewelry I received for being good. We took a midnight bus to my internet friend Jade's city 3 states away. She let us stay in her apartment while I found work as a waitress. Lily enrolled in public school, her first time in a classroom with boys, after years in an all-girls boarding school that taught wifely arts. For 9 months, we built a real life. I worked doubles and took night classes in nursing. Lily joined the debate team and discovered her voice was powerful. Then one night, I came home to find my father's black SUV parked outside our building. My uncle's security company had traced the withdrawals from my mother's secret account. Lily was cornered in the kitchen, my father gripping her arm so tightly it was turning purple. "You ungrateful beaches," he hissed. "Victor's paid good money for both of you." When my uncle moved toward me, I grabbed the cast iron skillet from the stove and swung with all my strength. The crack of metal against his skull echoed as he dropped. I smashed my father's hand, shattering bones, and pulled Lily free. We spent that night in a violence shelter, then moved across the country. I worked hospital shifts while finishing nursing school. Lily graduated high school as valedictorian and earned a full scholarship to Columbia. The family found us twice more, once with private investigators, once with lawyers claiming I'd kidnapped Lily. Each time, we disappeared again. Now I'm 28, working as an emergency room nurse, and Lily's in law school, specializing in women's rights. We haven't spoken to our family in 7 years. We lost our inheritance, our social standing, and our family name.